that helps out with the intellectually handicapped, disabled, everything like that. Been around for years. So Thames Valley thought, well, why not join together,
Cool.
produce a special jersey where the kids have their name, have their handprints on the jersey, and it's autographed by the kids that attend the school. So they're playing in a special jersey today. It is going to go to auction, all of the players' jerseys, and all that money is going to go back to the school. So I thought overall it's an amazing relationship they have and what they've done. And, we've seen it through many others, league, Ladies' Day, the retro stuff. But just to see a Thames Valley franchise reach out to a school, help them out financially, and do a special jersey for today's occasion. So hopefully that's not too overwhelming and taking the players' confidence or focus on today's game. Little Whenua Kapiti will be tough over in Te Aroha. Get through all the secondary school rugby finals. That's all on today as well. A few other games over there, Roller Mills, and then the big game. So, a massive game in Te Aroha, but it's all based on the charity jersey.
Yeah, true indeed. Of course, they had a very close win against Poverty Bay last weekend. So, they just keep on rolling and rolling, eh? Good stuff from Thames Valley.
That should have been the game. Poverty Bay should have won their game. They commanded their game. They had the lead, and everyone had written them off because Valley had some good wins prior to that game, and everyone thought it was going to be a walkover in Gisborne, but not to be. But lucky the first five stepped up towards the end there, kicked a fairly lengthy penalty, dropped it through, and the boys got home by 3 points.
Great stuff. Poverty Bay, now they take on King Country. They go over to Taupō to play that match, 2:30 kickoff. That should be it's going to be an interesting game. It's a game that Poverty Bay, without a doubt, definitely need to pick up in order to get into at least the Lahore Cup semi-final or something. They're a couple of points behind. Who are they behind? Behind North Otago, who are having a terrible season this season. But it's starting to work itself out. Hopefully they're able to, they definitely need to pick up some major points in this game and the next game, that is for sure. Your favourite team, though, East Coast, are pretty much out of the competition, but kind of playing for pride. They go up against Wanganui. That game going to be is going to be held at Toluca Bay. Bit of a struggle for your East Coast East Coast team, eh?
I think so, Keith. Yet again, I think East Coast finds himself playing for the Lahore Cup rather than the Lahore Cup. So, mate, disappointing, but, part of East Coast folklore that they have a bit of a dry run, and all of a sudden, out of the ashes comes a great side, and they have, a couple of good seasons, so...
Yes.
Is it a 5-year drought they're looking to end today? So hopefully, ever the optimist I said when we're talking about Kiwi Rugby League. So the same applies to East Coast Rugby. Come on, boys.
Yes. And it's going to be a bit of a struggle for them, I would dare say, next week as well, because I'm not sure who they're up against, but it's going to be another struggling game for them. Just trying to check out who they're up against next week.
West Coast and Greymouth.
West Coast. Over there in Greymouth, so another couple of games I think they're going to... I guess you can say they'll rack it up to experience, eh, JT?
Yeah, that's right. You only learn from things like these, or hopefully anyway, or, they can give it away and go and play rugby league.
Indeed. They could do. Indeed. Talking about rugby league, oh, gosh. Who was it? The Stallions. Is it the Stallions? No.
Yes, they lost to the Whalers.
Yes.
The Whalers will now play the Sika Falcons in the grand final.
That's right, the Falcons. That's who I was trying to allude to, the Falcons and the Paikea Whalers. Boy, that's going to be a heck of a clash, actually. And, interestingly enough, it's not just going... I don't think it's going to be one-sided either. I think the Falcons... are quite capable of taking on the Whalers, as they have done over the last few years. What do you reckon there, JT? I know you haven't really been keeping much of an eye on our local rugby league, but you must have something to the ear around here, anyways, eh?
Yeah, no, definitely. The Falcons was a new team, obviously, and I remember reading about them in the Gisborne Herald online a few years back, and they came out of nowhere when they won the competition, and then went back to back. So it was sort of a tussle between them and the Whalers.
Yeah.
The Whalers, of course, were untouchable for many seasons.
Many years, yes.
Yeah, a great side. Chrissy Brown, Errol Wilson, and players like that. Daniel Tawhiwhirangi. I do keep a bit of an eye on them. I'm on the Tide Rugby League Facebook page, so usually some good updates on there about the games. But I think the Whalers, mate, they're one of the only two sides, along with the Turinga Panthers, that are still around from when I played. So it's a tradition. So go the Whalers. We are.
Indeed. So
And mate, Keith, you mentioned off here Mike Napier over in Kaiti listens to the show 2K19. He's on board with that.
Yes.
The same Mike. Is that big Mike used to play for the Whalers? Do you know?
Possibly. I'm not sure if he played. Could possibly be. I know he was a GMC man.
Yeah, the same guy.
Yep.
For the Whalers.
There we go. Yep. Then that's definitely the Mike Napier we both know then. Yep. So obviously he tunes in. I was able to catch up with Mike the other day. Ran into him at the Kaiti Mall. Yeah, and he was going 2019 Warriors 2019 in total agreement too, I think. So awesome stuff. Now, of course, Rino, we've got the All Blacks. That game's on tomorrow, early hours of the morning. How do you reckon that one's going to go?
South Africa, they'll win.
Hey.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Sonny Bill will get a red card. Nah. I'm not phased either way. The series is wrapped up, obviously, and you can tell by the way Steve Hanson's talking. He wants to try combinations. Obviously, the big talking point, SPW and Jack Goodhue out there in the centres.
Yeah.
They've only played one together, so he's got to kind of experiment with some of this. It's a pretty full-strength team, not a 100% full-strength team. But, I think he's going in there with everything all open. I know he doesn't want another loss. That's obvious, but he just wants to work it out, combinations more than anything. That's the focus of next year, as it always has been. And, South Africa will come out firing. They know they can. They know in themselves they can beat the All Blacks. They've done it on our home soil. So why not do it in front of our own crowd? And, I'd say they'll be the favourites going into tomorrow morning's game.
True.
I'll go South Africa.
Okay. That's an interesting call. Considering the way that they absolutely demolished the Argentinians, even though the school line, I think, against Argentina wasn't as, far apart as what a lot of people thought it would be or could have been, I think they really did demolish, I think, the Argentinians last weekend there, Reno. And one of the great things was able to watch the game during the daytime, which is something, we haven't experienced for a very, very long time. I thought that was pretty cool there, Reno?
Oh, totally. I love watching that stuff over in Argentina and having a bit of a brunch and a barbecue and sit down with friends in whānau and listen to everyone on the couch be All Black coaches. That's the best thing to be. Listen, look at them calling all the shots and everything. But the Argies came out to play. I think our forwards are just too dominant.
Yeah.
And I think the difference tomorrow morning is going to be the physicality. I think the South African forward pack are going to rise to the occasion. And if they get the dominance over our All Black team, their backline's just got so much strike power. It will be interesting to note, Damien McKenzie, even though he's flown back after his grandmother passed away recently. He's not even on the bench. So,
oh, wow.
I don't know. We'll just see what happens. And, we can only see what happens tomorrow morning. But, I don't know. I'll be the devil's advocate. I know everyone's going to go the ABs. They'll want to beat the Springboks at home. But, I'll go for the Boks.
Fair enough. I was very shocked when you said that the Springboks were going to win when they played here a few weeks ago. So, it could be on the cards again, eh? Could be on the cards again. I want to send a big shout out going out, first of all, to Alize Maka. Now, she, along with the New Zealand Girls Under-18 Youth Olympic Sevens team, they are travelling away to Buenos Aires for the Youth Olympic Games coming up. They've got games on the 14th, a couple of games on the 14th of this month, 15th, and also the 16th as well. and hopefully they can make it into the final. So big good luck going out to the New Zealand under-18 sevens team, along with our local girl Alize Maka. Big good luck. What else is happening out there sports-wise there, Reno?
Yeah, I suppose this is the biggest weekend for all motorsport fans.
Yes.
The biggest motorsport event in the whole world, they would call it. Mount Panorama gets in the action. It's been a whole week of build-up, I would guess, for many who arrived there. About 120, 130,000 people all over the whole Bathurst. And, like I say, Tuesday through to Sunday. It's been wet from what I understand, and I was lucky enough to have Thursday and Friday off. That's where I become a couch potato and just sit there and get glued to the cars going around and round. And, yeah, I just love it, mate. So Bathurst, you guys car sponsor on board the show. So no doubt a lot of them will be sitting on the couch and just enjoying these V8s get around. Are we going to see another fast lap by Scotty McLaughlin or Jamie Whincup? Yet to be seen. We've got to get a dry surface. But, yeah, it's all about Bathurst for me, mate. Today, tomorrow, and watch the big race.
Now, I heard, I'm not sure if this is correct, but I heard that there are like 8 Kiwis who are going to be racing in Bathurst over the weekend. Am I correct there?
Yeah, you are correct. And the big two of them, Scotty McLaughlin, Shane Van Gisbergen. Shane has a 54-point lead over McLaughlin in the championship. It's the big teams as well. Red Bull Holden up against DJ Penske Ford as well. And there's other Kiwis in there. There's many names. Stanaway, Bamba, Errol Bamba, who's a well-known name when it comes to motorsport, the grandfather, the father, and so forth. And, yeah, this is where it makes or breaks careers around the mountain. And, some of those speeds are clocking up at 300. I saw a car just kind of skip over the curb and hit the grass. And, mate, he was gone at 279 Ks. He was rolling and flipping. It was a free ride to Disneyland for that fella. But, hey, he came out unscathed. It just tells you how the works of the engineering inside the pits now. So, yeah, you are right. There are a lot of Kiwis. So many Kiwis fly over to this event. They start saving for a whole year, and there's a massive entourage of Kiwis up there supporting it. And one day I'm hoping to get there and be part of that and just to experience it. The only problem when you go to their stuff, it's like a bug. You catch it, and you want to go back every year. So might have to tie something into it one day, maybe next year, Keithy. Warriors Grand Final 2019, stay another week and go to Mount Panorama. You can drink a lot of schooners, mate, while I watch the racing.
I totally agree with that. I'm down with that there, Reno. Also, now, me and Reno discussed, we were talking about the Ryder Cup on, was it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. JT, you would have been really happy with the final result there, eh?
Yeah, so what happened was my mood improved somewhat because it flowed into the coverage after the grand final. I just put the channel onto the Golf Channel and watched the Europeans sort of just pull ahead. The US came back within a point, and then, it was good to see one of my least favourite golfers, Phil Mickelson, put one on the drink, which ended any American hope, and the European boys got the win. But, yeah, fantastic concept. It really is riveting stuff when you see guys from different nations represent Team Europe, and all the Americans, of course, representing the USA. So a couple of unheralded players. I've never heard of John Rahm, I think his name is, the Spanish dude, and he won his match against Tiger on the last day.
Yeah.
Mate, it's a fantastic teams event. Of course, I said before that golf is traditionally a individual sport, but
yes.
Good to see these guys representing some, pulling for the same cause. I think I said they used the word rooting last time, and Reno might have got a bit risky, so I'll change it to supporting.
One of the things that I found out was that 4 Americans didn't even score a point for their team. 2 of them were, one of them was Tiger Woods. One of the other ones was Phil Mickelson, just unable to score anything to help their team at all. And I see that you're a bit of a hater. Well, I wouldn't say a hater, a disliker. You're a bit of a disliker of Phil Mickelson, and obviously it must make the heart feel good that he did absolutely nothing for his team, eh? Yeah,
I just don't know the way he carries himself, mate. Such a smarmy prick, if I can say that. I've said it anyway. So, I just, mate, doesn't do it for me. There's a couple of American players I do like. The younger fellas, Justin Thomas, and used to be a reasonable